Are you the new boy? Yes, yes. You address me as Mrs. Adams, and don't you forget that. And then I'd go. Come along with me and I shall introduce you to the rest of the children. Here's some chalk. Here's the blackboard. Write your name. So I drew a picture of a little man, which was me. So the kids started to chuckle. I could hear them laughing. That's not your name. Write your name. So I just got the chalk and made some, like, just a circle and then another circle and then drew a dog, which was my dog, and drew whatever. Because I don't have no experience of writing, so that was it. And then she said to me, children, here we have an exhibition of failure. He is failure. This is what not to become. The reason why the word failure was written in the dictionary was because of Willard. Willard is failure. Because she said I was that, she destroyed me. So I was destroyed. So that was it. Destroyed academically. Obliterated. That is it. I became a bit of a recluse. I locked myself away. A lot. You know, disappear, like Howard Hughes, you know, and just stayed there working. And I did a carving of Miss Havisham on a toothpick, on the point. And the first thing my mother said to me was, that is beautiful. That is very, very nice. That is incredible. My artwork becomes a defense. So I'm going to be the greatest. I am going to be the greatest in my head.
Well, no. He's been
I saw a microscope on the table and I put my hand up to ask a question. And then he said, you don't need to know because your brain doesn't have Mr. Riley said, you don't need to know because your brain does not have the capacity. So it's pointless. Next. So when he said that to me, I looked on the table and I saw a microscope. And that microscope had my name written on it. So I decided to take the microscope. And they went round, each boy. Bradburn, was it you who stole the microscope? And Bradburn would say, no, not me. Whittaker, was it you? No. Cottle, was it you? Lear, was it you? Thompson, was it you? Fletcher, was it you? No, sir, it wasn't me. And he came to me. I know it's not you, Wigan. You wouldn't have a brain for a microscope. Turner, is it you? Yeah, that was good. Good feeling. I know it's not you because you wouldn't have a brain for a microscope. So that was good.
And then what did you do with the microscope?
I became who I am today. I continued to create smaller and smaller sculptures. Then I started to experiment with my fingers. as I was sculpting, I was looking at the way my pulse was moving. And I started to train my pulse beat so I could work between my heartbeat. The frame is the eye, and if I wanted to put Noah's Ark inside there with 15 animals or 20 animals, I could. Me now, I could put 9 camels in the eye of the needle, which I already have. But my favourite was Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. That was my favourite one. That's one I could sit back and go, yeah. Charlie Chaplin was very hard. That's one of them. That is one of the all-time favourites. Because he's on the end of an eyelash. And then, before I knew it, I was invited to Buckingham Palace to receive a medal, which is one of the highest honours you can get. It's called the MBE. Prince Charles was there, and I bowed like that, and he shook my hands, and he said to me, "That is the most phenomenal artwork I have ever seen in my whole life. How does one create such works of art, such wonders? It is beyond belief. You are true genius. Absolutely incredible." And he was shaking my hands for a long time, so my hand was being shook. And he was saying to me, "How do you keep your hands so still to do this work? It is pure genius." And then I'm just thinking, thank you, because every time he's saying that to me, I'm getting greater. And I'm looking back at the past, and I'm looking back at my learning difficulties, and then it didn't matter anymore. Dyslexic is actually a gift. That's what I believe.